Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MJ Pankey. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the feedback that I received from my critique group for chapter 27. If you watched my edit video for chapter 27, the three main things that I mentioned that I needed to work on, that I was trying to iron out, was the tension, the characterization, especially of the tertiary character that's relatively new to the story, and then my main character too needed some help there as well. And then I needed to foreshadow some things that are going to happen later on in the book that are pretty significant things. So those were the three main objectives for this chapter. I nailed the first one pretty well according to my critique group. Everybody had pretty suspicious vibes about the tertiary character here, which is where I want them to be. So that's good. The characterization for my main character in this chapter, though, however, is she's kind of still all over the place. She does a few things and says a couple of things in certain ways that don't really line up with what she's gone through and where she should be at in that mental space right now. So I need to go back and kind of flesh that out a little bit more, add a little bit more introspection so that makes more sense. And then there are a couple of places too where the setting kind of gets a little muddled. They're kind of going through a courtyard in the dark. A couple of my members mentioned that they couldn't really keep up with where they were going or what they were looking at or like what it even looked like. So I need to go back and tweak the scene establishment a little bit better there as well. And to help with the tension, I realized that one of the main issues why the tension is at risk in this chapter is because I'm struggling to find relevant things for this character to do while we are waiting for the other characters in the book to reunite with her. That's where I'm struggling to keep the tension with her stronger. So a solution for that that I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a chapter earlier in the book that's going to move her timeline forward a little bit. Is that right? It's going to move her timeline forward. It's going to move it back. It's going to push it to the future a little bit more so that the tension with my other characters and the tension with her remains on more equal footing than they are now, and that time space between when they get to her is not this dramatic space of time. So that's the solution for that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to add in some more foreshadowing. There's a red herring that I'm throwing in this book, so I can delve into that a little bit deeper because that's really kind of falling flat as well. So that chapter that I'm going to add is an opportunity for me to do that and to establish this dynamic between a couple of characters as well. So if any of that made any sense, this chapter's a hot mess. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with here. It's just part of the process. It needs a lot of work still, especially with the addition of a whole nother chapter. That's definitely not really what I wanted to come out of this critique, but I'm glad that it has, because again, it's going to make my book better. It's going to keep that tension strong throughout the book and avoid that slog, and hopefully give us a little bit more of these characters and help the reader connect better with these characters. So I need to take the time to make sure that happens and develop them properly. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in a future video. Happy writing.